Good morning, everyone. My plan for today has adjusted slightly because I got a call from our someone who works with our friend Scott, who's helping with the loan, and telling me that I need to sign some paperwork and stuff because we only have 8 days until we close. Get ready, because this is year 6 of daily vlogging. So the thing is there are things that need to be taken care of. I also need to get homeowners insurance as well. And so I think my mom is on the phone with her right now, the woman who called me, to tell her sort of the same thing she told me. But I'm filling out the paperwork, but I got stuck on a question that I can't answer until they tell me which one they selected when they signed the documents. So I'm waiting for them to reply to me on that. So basically the new plan is I'm going to take care of house stuff, and then if I have time left over before I start work, then I will work on the rewrite. Though is breakfast because I'm hungry. Hi Nola, she's stretching up.
Well, I was not planning on leaving the house today, but I am leaving the house today because we're probably just very much not correct about this, but basically my mom is having some weird symptoms. They're not really like COVID symptoms though. They're not. She just couldn't sleep for some reason last night, to the point where she felt jittery and felt like her heart was racing, but it wasn't. She checked her Fitbit and it wasn't. So now I'm all freaked out because I just saw them this past weekend, and I decided I'm going to get a COVID test today, even though, I'm going to get one on Friday anyway, but I know for a fact that if I don't go get one today, and I'll be able to get in before noon, meaning that I will have my results by the end of today, that if I don't go get one, it will be weighing super heavily on my mind, which regardless, it's going to weigh heavily on my mind because I'm going to be worried about the results until I get them. It's just, I don't know. I'm just plus I know too, it's there's one of the team members from work who, of course, I've never met in person in my entire life, is recovering from COVID. And then there's been a lot of it that I've heard of recently that now has me stressed out, and I just plus we're trying to figure out homeowners insurance. That's one of the things that we need to get figured out ASAP, and so we're trying to find the best rate for them and all of that. And so my mom's trying to figure that out, and I also just realized that I did not grab my purse when I was going out of the house, so I am currently driving without my license. I should mention too, I feel totally fine. And my mom, as I said, this was probably a very premature thing because my mom's symptoms they're not even really COVID symptoms. As I said, she's sneezing a little bit, but mostly it's just, that last night she just for some reason was unable to sleep even though she was tired. She just couldn't sleep. And then I don't know what this person is doing. Anyway, and then she so she couldn't sleep fully. Felt like her heart was racing, but it wasn't. So I don't know. It honestly sounds more like anxiety stuff to me, not the sneezing, but and it's not constant sneezing. But it sounds more like anxiety stuff to me. My mom does not have an anxiety disorder like I do. So she is not as familiar with that feeling, just like how to me, I'm used to that feeling all the time because I experience similar things to it all the time. So anyway, just thought I'd test just in case, just to be safe.
It's 12:33. My parents just received both of the checks from my grandparents for the down payment on the house. I am expecting one that's coming through FedEx, and it hasn't gotten here. I checked as soon as I got home. But I will be keeping an eye out for the FedEx truck. I'm also trying to figure out, it's already, as I said, I already said what time it is, and crazy enough, I already forgot what I said, what time it was. I'm trying to figure out if I packed up some more stuff, just a bit, like kind of the 2 snow globes I had in here and my trophies that were there. I had some bubble wrap that I could wrap them in. And I've got 2 more bags here, like just backpack bags that I have that I'm gonna fill. I think one of them with the DVDs that I have in here and those things that are kind of below the TV. Not the box of books, not those. But basically everything is off my bookshelves now except for books. So that's good. Those things are kind of put away. My hope is that the desk drawers that I have, I hope I can just tape them shut and keep what's in there since we're not going that far away. But I don't know if that's allowed. Anyway, yeah, that's the good thing is like it doesn't have to go like in boxes. Not everything does. Like things that are already in a container, I can just have those containers as a container. So yeah, but I'm trying to figure out, do I keep kind of packing or do I start working on the rewrite of the script? Because part of me is worried because we're still trying to figure out home insurance stuff. So is it like if I start working on the script and then it's like I need to call for home insurance like that? I don't know. My goal was kind of to do half of the script today, half the script tomorrow. So, you know, when I break it down, there's really not that much I need to focus on. There's not that much that needs to change. So I think it's going to be a larger thing than it actually is. I looked at the notes for the script and stuff, and I can't do it today. I need to, like, no offense to Nola, I love her. I need to go somewhere else. I need to go back to the coffee shop or something to work on it because I need to, like, spend multiple hours doing it, not just the 4 hours I have left until I do work. Like, there's so many things that are happening right now and like trying to figure that stuff out, which it's not. Once again, they even said too that even having it by the middle of this week is super soon, and so it's okay if it takes longer just to keep them updated. I would like to have it for them by Friday at the very latest, by the end of this weekend. It's just like I am currently trying to figure out, because the dates are coming up sooner than I realize. It's next week, which is crazy. My plan for driving up to Indiana to visit the Solises, which that one's fine. I'm going to do that drive in one day. That is the day I'm going to take off work for DFB, because it'll be in a 10, I think it's showing me 10 and a half hour drive basically. And so I don't want to be working after that, but on my way back, so I'll spend the whole week there. I'll work from them the whole week, normal hours, except I will actually be working 4 to 8 their time because they're an hour behind. So 4 to 8 will be, or wait, are they an hour? Yeah, 4 to 8 their time is 5 to 9 here. So I'll be doing those hours because I'll be in a different time zone. But then I go to the film festival, right? So I don't work on the weekends. And then on the way back, I was originally thinking that I would take off on Monday, but then that drive is a 16-hour drive, and I am not going to do that in one day. So I was trying to figure out what's a halfway point. The halfway point is Louisville, Kentucky. I found a really, really cool Airbnb for $84 that night. It's literally like these beautiful windows. It has great reviews. It looks awesome. So I think I'm going to book that right now for the night of the 30th. And it's about 8.5 hours to get from Green Bay, Wisconsin to Louisville, Kentucky. That's a drive similar to Disney. I can do that no problem. I'll leave early enough in the morning that I can get there, get settled before working. Is Kentucky in a different time zone? They're in Eastern time zone, so that's perfect. So I will get there probably around 3:30, so I have plenty of time to get in there and get working. Now that, because I don't think they have Wi-Fi, I don't assume they will, but I can use the hotspot on my phone. I don't think that'll be a big deal. Or I can find some coffee shop to work in. Well, they probably won't be open from 5 to 9. So anyway, but I'm going to stay there for that night, so work there. And then it's only about 6 hours and 40 minutes from Louisville, Kentucky, back to here where I live now. So that, once again, will be totally fine. So that's good. I originally thought I was going to have to ask off 2 days. Now I only have to ask off 1, and that's especially good because I'm spending money on an Airbnb, but it looks like a really cool Airbnb, and it's good reviews, and it looks really pretty, and it's only $84, which is, it actually shows it's about $30 cheaper than it normally is. So it's usually like 100 something. So still cheap for an Airbnb, especially that looks like that. But yeah, I'm going to book that right now, and that will be my plan. Just because I'm like, I need to give them that heads up that next Friday I will not be working.
I just tried to go to the bank because the bank check came in from my grandparents that they sent one to me and sent one to my parents because the full amount could not, you can't send it like without taxes or whatever. And so the one he sent to me, so I got it in just about an hour before work is set to start. And so I was like, perfect, the bank is 5 minutes from my house. So I go and I sit there for 35 minutes as they proceed to tell me that, first of all, no, they don't need my debit card or my license since it's a direct deposit, which I think you need that. So I ask for those, or so I give them the check, whatever. And then she proceeds to tell me that they need to call the other bank to double check. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, my parents didn't have to do that, but okay, whatever. Then proceeds to tell me that she can't find the bank. And I said, I just Googled it and I found it just now. So I found the bank. I swear they're doing stuff up here, and anyway. So she tells me she can't find it, and I'm like, well, that's funny because I just found it on my own immediately. And then she's like, after sitting there for 35, nearly 40 minutes, she goes, I need to bring my branch manager over. And I said, no, I'm sorry, I need the check back because I need to go to work. So I would really prefer if you would just give it back. Not only that, but three times she asked me if I wanted to come inside instead of sitting out in the little like thing. And I was like, no, thank you. I was like, I'm okay. 3 times. Why do you ask me 3 times? I keep saying no. So I wanted to go out and potentially get something to eat while I was out, but now I have no time for that. Also don't have time to eat anything, thanks to the people at the bank who seem to not know what they're doing. Now this means I have to go back tomorrow, potentially sit there for another 40 freaking minutes while I'm supposed to be going to a coffee shop to work on the rewrite of my script. May I add, the woman looked at me and was like, we're open on Saturdays too. It's Wednesday. Why do I care that you're open on Saturdays?
I have Pirates of the Caribbean music playing on my laptop. I had a bit of a scare because all of a sudden my laptop screen went black and I was like, what happened? So I called my parents. I was like, what do I do? My dad was like, try just closing your laptop and then reopening it. Thankfully that worked. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, it is 7:37 and I have finished all 5 of my posts on the pipeline. I think it was 4 or 5 posts on the pipeline because they were all shorter today. So I just tagged the 2 people being like, let me know if you want me to do more because I'm just here. Someone is grabbing me another one because I was like, I have just under an hour and a half left. So at least with this next one, if they don't put a time by it, I could just like totally take my time with it. I just finished. I did 7 posts today and finished like technically 10 minutes before 9. So that's pretty great. Had a fun time. Got to write some cool articles today. I will say the 2 I did at the end were less exciting. So I was glad those didn't have time limits on them because they took me a little bit longer because I wasn't as invested, but I got to write about a Zac Efron interview where he said something specific about a certain series of films that he was in started in 2006 that I loved. Yeah, I think that was probably my favorite one that I wrote today because I had so much fun writing that. I'm heading to bed. I took a shower and the bank opens at 9 tomorrow, and then I'm heading to a coffee shop to work on the rewrite of the script so I can focus well and not have Nola trying to lay on my lap. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoy it. All my social media is in the description. Love you all.